Yeah.
Okay. JP, you got this.
I honestly don't even know how to intro this.
So after some technical difficulties, we have settled on this.
We have given up and tried a new game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scripted. We have a new indie game of some sort here. But before we get on to that, we have TheMrShades with us. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here on Scripted for the first time.
Looking at the screen, do you think it's still a pleasure?
That is debatable. I have to see what the game is first. I mean,
I don't think it's not going to be.
I mean, this is quite the start. Like, what am I looking at here?
That's a good question. Not even I know.
I'm not sure what this is. Like,
yeah. Also with us, we have Dan.
Hey, hey.
And we got Rowan.
I'm so sorry.
You didn't even pick the game. This was JP's fault.
All right.
That's what that was.
I'm apologizing for the group.
I just like the picture at the start. It's like
yeah, there's a lot going on here.
I like the picture of the dogs playing poker.
Yes.
This is like that.
I would rather be playing a game based on that painting than what I'm looking at here.
Oh shit!
Same here.
Found a game jam game.
Oh god.
Dog poker.
All right, let's just start.
Yeah,
all right.
Enough of that crap. Let's go.
My plan for this: everyone's going to be doing voices in their best dog voices.
Right.
Dog voices.
Dog, not barking, but like a humanoid dog.
What if that's the dialogue? That's.
Woof, woof, woof.
I would just be like, all right, I can't.
What did you drag me into?
Let's start.
We dragged you into the future.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, if this is the future, I want out.
10 years ago? Why?
10 years ago.
All right, interesting.
All right.
Wait.
Kaylee chewed on her sandwich.
Oh wait. Who wants to do the narrator voice?
So dibs out any of this.
JP?
All right.
Let's hear your best narrator.
Kuei Lee chewed on her sandwich slowly. The chicken and egg combination in it was usually her favorite. But today, it felt like tasteless mush and did not sit well in her stomach.
I don't know why that was so gross to hear, but it was.
She was sitting by herself in one of the courtyards in the Regional Evaluation Center.
Are you trying to go for like a Christopher Lee thing?
I don't know. This is one of the people saying narrator voice. This is my narrator voice.
This is just JP's narrator voice.
All right.
All around her were groups of Shibas, chattering with their families and eating their breakfast, or doing some last-minute prepreration. This music's really dramatic.
This is very unsettling.
They kind of threw us into it.
This is like a murder mystery. What the hell?
Kuei Lee swallowed another bite of her sandwich with difficulty, following it with a sip of salted soy milk. I don't think that's good for a dog.
This is
I really don't think so.
She checked
so weird.
for the 5th time that day if she had everything she needed for her evaluation. Oh. And of course, if she had her ID card.
Why is that a detail you need?
I don't. Okay. All right. Shit. I don't even know who this is.
I'm out.
Rowan, you're up.
Rowan,
How do you
got
pronounce
it.
the name?
Kuei Lee, I'm guessing.
Kuei Lee.
Oh, there's an answer.
Oh. Announcer? I will try
announce.
announce. B-Dogs 200. What?
A-Dogs, unknown.
I think this is still the same person, but
No, it's not. Okay, no, they're colons, so that means that's who's speaking.
no, that's not how this works.
It's not? It is based on quotations then?
Yes.
Okay. It said. Okay. So this is so this is who I am.
This is a real
Quayley,
mess.
B-Dogs
This is a
200.
shit show.
Yeah.
A-Dogs unknown.
It said.
Wow, that is one sad dog.
Fuck. The number and words on her card swam before her eyes, and she felt weak as memories from that other day washed over her.
Okay, so are we having a flashback in a flashback now?
More exposition.
The day when the first number had been etched onto her ID card.
Is this Shyamalanian or who wrote this?
They're just assuming we know these
We
things.
have a flashback now, inside a flashback.
She shook her head and took another sip of her salted soy milk.
Nobody gives a crap about the salted soy milk.
The timer on her phone rang then. which she had set 10 minutes in advance,
How did she
just to give herself ample time to be ready.
Sorry, I should have. This is when I should have interjected. When did she? How did she set it? She has paws.
Don't worry about it. We're gotta give it the benefit of a doubt and a little bit of suspension of disbelief here.
All right.
Yeah, they're dogs. Like, that's the main thing, bro. They're dogs.
All right. Okay. I will just accept it.
She took her sandwich wrapper and drink container to a nearby trash bin and checked her items for the 6th time.
I swear to God, if she goes straight back to the bench.
She knew her assigned room by heart, but looked at her confirmation slip again, just in case. Room 327B.
You said this. Well, I guess you did tell me this was a visual novel before starting.
Oh my god!
What?
Oh my God.
It's 2 out of 3. We're in the black.
A bell chimed, and all the Shiba Inus around her sprang into motion as well, putting unneeded items away and saying their goodbyes to family or whoever was accompanying them.
Jesus, it sounds like they're going to be murdered.
Yeah,
That's
what
the
is
same
this?
dog.
What is
That's the
this?
same dog.
What is this? A Holocaust
That's the same dog with
novel?
a different shirt.
That's so good.
That's the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't even be bothered to find different.
Kuei Li moved along with the masses, a sea of red, brown, black, and white. Do you see any red?
I'm guessing that one.
Burn kind of.
Okay.
Hover the mouse over that
Because
one.
I was thinking Red Rocket, but let's move
Is
on.
that a police
gotcha.
office? Are those police officers?
I think that's a school uniform.
It's supposed to be a school uniform.
Why do they have badges?
Because it's supposed to be a school uniform or something.
She towered over toward the crowd, and she shrugged off the curious glances here and there. What the fuck's that face?
That dog is looking right.
Okay,
me in
so
the
who's
eyes.
gonna voice Quayle?
Dan, go.
I'm an island dog, and I'm going to prove it today.
What?
I'm going for like a...
No, not the voice.
Okay.
The dialogue.
She followed the crowd up the stairs, which branched out to each floor as other dogs headed to their own evaluation rooms.
Why does this sound
Reaching
so...
her room, which was on the 3rd floor, she entered and found her assigned seat.
Why does this sound so, like, ominous?
Why do we need
Yeah.
Your evaluation is ready.
They're actually putting Quayle down.
I'm waiting for the Hans Zimmer bomb to hit when she gets into this room.
Like Quayle, the other dogs around her mostly seemed to be feeling a mixture of determination and gloominess. But one Shiba Inu stood out to her.
Oh God, it's gonna be something. What the hell?
It was wagging its tail.
That music change.
Yeah, like,
And it was actually smiling?
what?
Okay, I need to know what this evaluation is.
What in fish sticks?
Oh my God! Somebody needs to get a swift punch to the face.
This is gonna drive me to drinking.
Though, I wish it were like that.
Suddenly, the Shiba she was looking at turned around, and they locked eyes.
Are we gonna rock paper scissors for the voice?
It stifled, it stifled its grin, as if catching on that perhaps this wasn't the time and place to be happy.
What?
Ugh!
Oh God, I'm dying.
Oh my God!
That looks
Whoa.
bad. But it nagged at her suddenly.
That neck should, wow.
She wanted to take her A dogs to make that second number as high as possible, beating out the other Shibas today. Perhaps the happy Shiba wanted it too, which made Quayle wonder, why was she herself feeling so horrible?
And we'll go with it was the dialogue.
Yeah.
Exposition. That's
Or
why.
maybe the Shiba knew it was destined to never be a good dog anyway. Oh no!
My God.
This
Wow.
exposition.
Okay.
Jesus, this
I
is just like.
Oh.
Okay.
A second bell chimed, loud and ominous.
That
Ominous.
doesn't fit with the music going on here.
Quayle gulped. This was when her ranking would be determined.
God.
For it was the second and last evaluation day, in her life.
Oh my god, it sounds like she's about to pull an old Yeller and get shot out back.
Yeah, is this like a preteen dystopian future novel like all
With
the other ones?
dogs?
Like, yeah,
Present
like,
time. What? Shit, we're going into the what?
She looks identical.
Kuei Lee jogged up the sidewalk, her claws clicking
Dan,
on the
that was a
stone tiles.
flashback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one was 10 minutes ago. 3 minutes left. At the bus stop, some distance from her, was a Shiba Inu with a pink suitcase. Okay.
At this point, I'm just willing to let it roll.
Yeah.
Kuei Lee slowed down, now walking as slowly as she could. 2 minutes left. What the fuck is this?
What?
What?
How
The
did
bus
you find this?
We don't ask him that question during these
I have my
segments.
sources.
Clearly,
you're
The bus
they-
pulled into the station as she neared, and she watched the Shiba pull her suitcase up into the vehicle.
Why is that unnecessary?
A few more steps put her at the end of the line of other Shibas waiting to board, and she got on after them.
The writer in me wants to kill someone.
This voice is really hard to keep up with. She slowly edged her way to the back of the bus, spotting the suitcase Shiba with a seat beside her.
There's not even.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
There's.
What the fuck is it?
That transition took forever.
What?
Another flashback.
Why?
Why?
The lights in the terminal glare, reflecting off large signboards and luggage carousels.
Oh,
Sid edged her way through the sea of dogs milling about the large open space, looking around for the carousel number that corresponded with her flight. Why is it all the way back here? Wait, this is a different dog.
This is a different character.
Oh wait, this is the pink suitcase person.
After closely avoiding some dogs that were pushing through the crowd aggressively, she located the correct conveyor.
Maybe it's because we live in Canada, but I've never, even when I'm flying through Toronto, have ever had an aggressive, like, situation at an airport. Like, no one's ever pushed past me.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, Vancouver was pretty bad for me.
I've
She
never
waited
had
for-
that happen.
She waited for several rotations before finally spotting a familiar pink suitcase
Yeah, fuck.
moving towards her.
Okay, Rowan. If this dog has lines, you get to do it because you were the one that made the association. Like you made the realization that she was the pink suitcase.
Damn my genius!
Hefting it off the belt and pulling it out of the terminal, she headed towards a telecommunications kiosk, where she picked up a phone chip.
What?
A SIM card, probably.
The new chip obtained, she dug around her backpack and took out 2 phones.
Oh my god, she's a drug smuggler. She's known for her regular contacts.
One's a burner.
Yeah.
The first phone was a wrist phone, which she connected to the airport internet.
Okay.
So, smartwatch?
Yes, I was like,
I'm thinking like a Pip-Boy.
oh my god.
Oh
That
my
would
God.
actually make this slightly more entertaining.
She inserted the chip into the second phone, which was noticeably larger and rectangular.
So
Oh, a phone.
The wrist phone started buzzing from the notifications now that it was connected to the internet again.
you've got
Doggy
mail.
phone.
Sid slipped it out in front of her left leg, but didn't stop to respond to the notifications just yet. Her priority right now was to get to the capital as soon as possible. What's the capital? Where are they?
Well, they're clearly not at the Capitol.
Her next stop was the shuttle service area, which she followed by following some more overhead signboards.
Okay. Oh.
Various bus companies operated buses from this airport to different cities. Each of their ticket sale counters decorated with colorful digital banners outlining their newest deals and travel packages. Thank goodness they included that.
They're trying to be like Tolkienian in their writing with how much description they're giving, but because it's so mundane and like so boring and not the least bit interesting, it fails in that regard.
This is worse than 2 chapters of Walking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure we've all been in an airport before, So
Sid checked the display board with the schedules and destinations of each bus line.
Holy shit.
Sorry,
Okay.
no, back.
That's how you use the menu. Slamming the mouse.
After finding a bus with the closest arrival time, she lined up at the appropriate counter to purchase a ticket.
Holy shit, there are so many easier ways to just hide exposition in dialogue that this person clearly has no
She
idea.
noticed that several dogs ahead of her were paying with their wrist phones, but she knew that her ancient phone from back when she still lived here on the island of Strands wouldn't be
You
compatible.
have a wrist phone! You just bought one!
now she bought a new SIM card for it.
Neither was her wrist phone from the canines, but thankfully she could still check her emails on it with internet.
Is that
connection.
supposed to be the Caymans?
Yeah, the Cayman Islands.
Is
Was
that like a dog
pun?
pun?
Yeah, was that a pun?
That is a dog pun.
I can't even glean.
Put up the dog
anything
pun
out of
counter.
this.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that. For day-to-day payments, at least most places on the island still took credit cards. She then rolled her suitcase to some nearby seats and sat down to wait.
So wait, if the credit cards aren't being accepted so much, is that like that means like some new government regime is taken over and the old credit system doesn't fucking work?
It
or-
seems like they're only
Glory to
like
our
paying with
suspect.
Android Pay with Bitcoin or something right now.
It's Dogecoin.
Oh my
Oh my god, it's Dogecoin.
yeah.
In the meantime, she checked her phone, skimming through the messages that she had missed during her flight. Is it? Oh my god.
Oh,
what is that?
That is an MS Paint.
These are your.
Oh fuck, Vape Nation.
Yeah, vape nation,
Oh
boy.
shit!
Alright, where are we trying? The 6? I mean, may as well.
Yeah,
Where's my 6-sided deck? Just ready for the sticks? Oh come on.
Resin.
Alright, who? Rolling your Sid.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I can't stop looking at that face. Actually, I don't want to read this right now. Buzzkill.
Jesus Christ. Oh man.
It took her that long to get that line. Wait. Is that it?
That what?
That's all that was there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Dear Sid, we are pleased to inform you that your old number has been reactivated. Thank you for choosing Strand Telecommunications.
I'm gonna put a bullet in someone's head. Oh, good.
Preferably mine.
Though the dogs at the telecom kiosk already told me.
Wow, Rowan, you're a bitch.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting.
I was gonna let that one slide. 'Cause, like I got it, and then I was just gonna like let it go to see if anybody else gets it.
I was too invested in my role, clearly.
Alright,
Clearly.
Vape Nish.
Yep.
Yeah, Vape Nation.
Confirmation of your vapor purchase. At today's. Thank you for your purchase at Cube Laboratories. Attached is your digital receipt. Something. Apparently the money has tags in this world.
Wait, it's a down. Okay, what is? Okay.
To access your downloads, please go to vapor.dog/account/downloads.
Okay, so that,
Wait.
that leads me to believe it's music, not like a vape.
I'm
So
thinking
it's-
it's porn.
Oh God.
Well, only time will tell.
Yeah,
I mean,
it could be
A
vaporwave.
dog's
It
gotta
could be
relax
porn.
somehow.
This crap is just like bouncing off the screen and hitting me and bouncing back. It's not sticking whatsoever.
It could be vaporwave. It could be porn. Who knows?
All right, now to text Max.
Oh Jesus.
Do you have to type something in?
I think that was supposed to be you. I think that's you.
Oh, Max, I just got to the airport.
That's still you.
Yeah,
That's still you.
Oh fuck. My ETA to your place should be about 2 hours at most. Why didn't you include that in the first message?
Oh, she's this triple texting motherfucker.
Oh, I got
On our Discord, yeah, she would be banned.
I need to take the shuttle to the capital first. One forwarder. Okay, thank God.
Oh God damn it.
All right, Tyler.
You're up.
Okay, I gotta think of a nice. Okay.
What would be a nice Max
Yeah.
voice?
What would be a good Max voice?
Deep.
Oh, Jesus. You're not helping me here, man. Alright, yes. Okay. Take your time. I'll be home. Can't wait to see you. Yeah, I'll go with a little bit of a southern drawl on Max.
I was gonna. You do not.
The
know how to
rumble of the shuttle engine was uncomfortably loud. At least it had gone better after the bus had sped up on the freeway compared to when it was idling at the airport.
I would just like to point out that we didn't need the airport flashback.
No.
We could have just had a little couple lines of text explaining what happened and the text conversation happening in this scene.
Yeah.
Sid leaned her cheek against the window, feeling the vibrations of the thick tires on the pavement.
What are we doing here, guys?
This is my life now.
I guess.
To the right, she could see the capital of Strands spreading out to the horizon, and to the left were some small mountains, and that the highway was built along.
Looks like Calgary.
It looks like insert
Yeah.
random city with a shitty Photoshop filter here. The elevated highways increased and widened as the shuttle approached the capital, crisscrossing like ribbons in an intricate pattern.
Yeah, that's what Calgary looks like, though. Shitty city with a bad filter.
From the higher vantage point on the highway, the countless lights, signs, and billboards of each building made it seem like the cars were fish swimming in a sea of lights.
No one has ever thought that.
That
it's
is
always
not-
ants. Ants is the go-to.
That's
they're
not
dogs.
It's not a common analogy.
Sid turned her head, her eyes following a giant neon sign. Some things hadn't changed, and the capital was as vibrant and breathtaking as she remembered.
No, it's the other one that hasn't been here yet.
I really hope there's not much, like, we're halfway done.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how much more I can say.
I know, my brain's
I
actually
know
starting to get fried.
So, beer?
Yeah, we might
An
have to
exit ramp dipped down from the highway, which the shuttle followed into the capital. It stopped at a traffic light, which brought back the humming sound of the engine before continuing into the maze of the city.
Okay, the transitions just take forever.
Sid shivered with excitement as she looked all around her, at the crowded roads and at the buildings that stretched towards the sky.
Okay, serious question. Do they still walk as a quadruped or a biped?
I think it's still a quadruped.
Yeah, I mean, that's what all the...
And then they have magical powers carrying their suitcases like right beside them, that's just like kind of floating. That's my
Take on it.
interpretation.
yeah.
Well, I guess they never really. See, the important questions aren't answered, and the questions that are answered are ones that we don't need to know.
Yes, you need to
Are you
know
saying
about...
the bus ticket time, or what the fuck is it?
That whole airport scene, just scrap it.
Yeah.
She enjoyed living in the canines, but there was nothing there that could compare with the sheer liveliness and magnitude of the metropolises on the island of Strands. I swear to God, this better end with them fucking.
Okay, JP, didn't know you're into that. Good to know.
The
Okay.
shuttles pulled up to said stop, and she rolled her suitcase off the step.
Oh, that one.
Once exiting the vehicle, she felt the humidity of the city as well as the hubbub hit her in full force.
I don't know why, but that evoked like the opening of Welcome to the Jungle, or like the opening of the video where he like steps off the bus and he's got like the thing of barley in his mouth. That was the
Yeah.
image that was invoked in my mind.
She had been used to the humid climate of the island Strands a long time ago, but now it felt suffocating to her as the moisture made her clothes and coat heavy.
That is some
She
pretty
rolled
dense humidity if it's
Yeah.
like.
or very shitty
It's
clothes.
actually, it's when I know what they're talking about. I went to Mexico a few years ago, and that is the
Yeah.
feeling you get. The second you walk out of the airport, it's like something heavy just drops.
Yeah, I went
It's
to
a
Ecuador.
fucked up feeling.
I went to Ecuador. Same thing happened. As soon as we got off the plane in Quito, you just got hit by a wave of.
Yeah. Well, this is when I kept my hair really long, like fucking.
Now I want to see.
So it was like,
Now I want to see rolling with the flow.
the flow was bad.
Alright, she rolled her suitcase to the side under a bus stop shelter. According to digital displays at the stop, please no. The next capital transit bus that would take her directly to her friend Max's place would arrive in several minutes.
Why? Why?
She sent a quick text message to Max to update him on her arrival time
She is so, like, codependent on this guy.
and sat down on a bench at the stop to wait.
Assuming I'm using that right.
Across the road from the stop, various shops were starting to close now that it was nearing midnight.
Jesus, they were open till midnight? Damn.
However, the streets were as bright as ever due to the common practice of leaving on store billboard lights.
See, I like to think that they were antique shops, so they're just these antique shops open till like midnight every night here.
Oh, where you can like go and buy Mogwai or something?
Yeah. Several buses pulled up at the stop, though they were not the one that Sid needed.
Why?
Sid hummed contently, absorbing the sight.
Rowan, I feel you're being...
you banging your head on the wall,
Or
or
just my fists. I was debating the head, but I was like, I need to think later today.
she could have been fooled that she had never left the island of Strands at all, even though it had been a decade since she had last set foot here. My brain is melting.
I wonder if they know that they don't need to keep saying the island of Strands. They can just say Strands or the island, because we know exactly what they're talking about now. It just feels like you're trying to pad the running time.
Alright. There had been many a time when she would wander the streets of the capital in the late hours of the night, feeling like she owned it.
Well, we knew it was going to be running, like the time was going to be so padded, like the moment we read that first sentence.
That's true.
True.
Oh boy.
God. Alright. If this doesn't get anywhere within like 5 minutes, I'm just gonna rage quit.
If this doesn't get anywhere in 5 minutes, I'm going for beer.
It's me talking for like 20 minutes, guys.
Do you want to go get a beer, come back, and then change narrators?
No, I think if we make it through the next 5 minutes, we're done.
Right.
None of us are
Sid
invested.
shook herself from her reverie as the correct bus pulled up at the stop. She took out her credit card and carried her suitcase onto the bus.
What buses take credit card?
Didn't you just say that nothing takes credit card in the capital? Or
No, they still accepted credit card. But, okay, we're talking about the lore of
why
fucking a
don't-
summer of Shiba Inu.
Yeah, why are we delving into this?
Also, that scene was
begs to be-
thoroughly unnecessary again.
Do you think this is a democratic society?
Oh, I thought that was part of the dialogue. I was like, what?
Okay, guys, just a reminder, it's now daytime again.
Yeah, that midnight scene took all of 5 fucking seconds.
By now, she had been in transit for over 20 hours, starting from when she had left her apartment in the Canines, and the fatigue was starting to wear on her despite her excitement of having arrived on the island, like me right now. In an effort to focus, as she looked around for seats, she reminded herself that this bus would be the final transport between her and her destination for the night.
We know that! You don't need to tell us!
At least they didn't say to the capital of Strands.
Most of the seats seemed taken, as she moved further into the bus and several Shibas were standing. Luckily, there was a spot with 2 seats and she sat down, grateful for the extra room for her suitcase.
That's actually a dick move on a shuttle bus, just gonna let you know.
Yeah.
She rarely observed that the seats were lower and narrower than the ones in the buses in the Canines, which she had also been used to once upon a time. Just before the doors closed, a Labrador Retriever entered, along with several other dogs.
Swear to God, this better turn into a bus heist.
But the Labrador amidst the crowd of Shibas was hard to miss.
What?
We're finally back to the
Quayle.
But
She averted her gaze as a Labrador passed by her, all too understanding of the unsolicited attention to the Labrador probably dealt with on a day-to-day basis. Whoa, so they're racist fucks.
Guys, this isn't just me talking. This isn't me talking to you guys. This is me talking to the audience. This is literally painful. We're all slowly dying more and more with each line he reads.
I know what this. Okay, you know in the scene of The Princess Bride where he's like, "I just took 1 year of your life away."
Yes.
Right, that machine. this is the game version of that machine.
Yes.
Like, 10 years, easy, have gone from my life. This hurts.
I think we're about done with this.
All right,
The Rhino turned to her and addressed them in the vernacular of the island.
wow, I thought he phoned that other line in.
Now he's literally talking into his arm, like his arm here. This is.
Oh, excuse me. Is this seat taken?
Why is it Labrador? I know who it is. Why are you taking it from the perspective of everyone, not the story? That's like, I don't even know. I'm gonna need like.
Yes, this fucking seat is taken.
Is it done?
Transition?
You made it!
Oh my god, we're about to fucking go.
We made it!
Oh my god.
I had, what, one line?
I was like,
Never again.
Yeah, no, that was
This is
terrible.
I'm not following this story whatsoever.
TheMrShades, thank you for joining us on this very painful journey. I'm sorry we had to make you go through all this bullshit.
this was not a good beginning to the relationship. I'm sorry.
This was a rocky road.
This is probably not even going to be a full video, let's be honest.
But I'm glad it's done.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Leave Rowan a mean comment, I don't even give a shit.
It would be a lot better than this, quite frankly. Oh.
As long as you word it better and leave out any exposition.
But, of course, tell us all about those transit displays. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.
If I don't get at least 6 pictures of transit displays in the next 2 hours, I'm gonna be mad.
God, thank you for watching.
I'll remember, I'll make that happen.
The Mr. Shades channel will be linked below in the description, as well as this, I guess.
He's a pretty cool guy. He's got shades.
Thanks everybody for having me here.
Oh, thanks
Thank you for coming out.
It's pretty great.
Alright, and we'll see you all next time.